All right. Good afternoon. Good morning. It is January 25th, 2021. I'm starting a little early. It's 11:45 a.m. According to Mack system, we stop at 12 noon on the Pacific coast. Interesting day today. So we have these overnight highs and lows in yellow. And we had this huge move down, and prices have been working back up to the opening. By the way, the opening, before I forget, was a perfect midline between the overnight highs and lows. So that's something. Just market geometry is just so fascinating to me, and that's just something to keep in mind. It was perfect midline. I'll talk more about where prices bounce down here later in the video. But yeah, not a lot of good entries within these overnight highs and lows. And unfortunately, I didn't see a good entry really over here. This is an aggressive entry. And you probably would have scalped out on this. But I have been seeing, once you mark these ranges here, I have been seeing some good entries in these ranges. So let's talk about that. Looks like the price is hanging around the opening price right now. But let's take a look at these trades. So I marked this first trade because I have something else. Okay, I have two recordings going on right now. Whoops. Okay, what is going on here? Trash this, yes. Cancel this. Okay, geez, I don't know what was going on there. Okay, so I marked this. This is a double test. But it's also at these overnight lows from here. So it's a double test at the overnight low with some room to scalp out to the EMA. If you are watching this, you take this, you're done for the day, man. You're a runner. What I do is I just keep moving my stop beneath the last bar in an uptrend. You would have gotten all the way up here. Let's see how many points that is. So your entry is right here, 34 we'll call it, and you get stopped out. So that's 6 points and 3 ticks. So you could call it a day after that if you get stopped out. But even on this little doji, I'd probably keep my stop right here, and then maybe after this bar right here, I'd probably put it there. So if you did do that, you'd get stopped out on like almost a 10-point move. So you would have been done for the day at, what time is that? 6:30, just managing your runner. But anyway, prices break out into this range, and I probably wouldn't have had this range drawn until right about here. And I do like this move. I love these moves when they close right at the bottom of the range and you get a bullish or bearish signal bar. I like that. This one's a little more aggressive, especially that's like more congestive at that point. Get some overlapping bars, but it's similar to this. It closes at the bottom of the range. And then we get this counter trend breakout. And on the MES, because I trade the MES, I took something like right here, thinking it's a counter trend breakout, and it's bouncing off the opening price. But really, what you got to do is you got to wait for the higher low, and that is what I did not wait for. And you do get a higher low here, right here, and it's. Like I said, this is a counter trend breakout. So I got stopped out on that trade in the MES. I was too eager, wanted to take that trade. But yeah, you get a higher low right here, and it's a great entry, and it's back into the congestive area, and you would have gotten a great move. So just be patient, follow the rules. I just marked this as aggressive because it's like not a second entry. It's not a failure. It's not a second entry long. So yeah, it's aggressive, but it's back into congestion. I really like it. Okay, and this is aggressive, but it bounces perfectly off the overnight highs. And when I see that perfect touch and a nice signal bar like that, I like to take those. This actually also might be, I was going to say back into congestion, but not really. However, it's far from the EMA as well. So if for some reason, I mean, I would definitely scalp out on this, but if for some reason you held on to it, you get the biggest move of the day. And really, there isn't much of a good entry point here. Let's see this. Let's see if this is a measured move. I didn't see much of entry points here. Let's see. I measured it to that. So what do we do? This, and so this goes. This leg down is almost the same size as that leg down. Let's see. Maybe we should be measuring it from here to here, and then bring that to this, and that's, we only missed that by a little bit, maybe a point, but that's market geometry again. So this is like a leg down right here, this like a leg down, and then we get another leg down here, and then it moves into this channel. So I don't know if that's like a spike in channel, but yeah, we get this channel, failed second entry long, but this is I would say this is aggressive, just because it's in the lower half of that channel and it's far from the EMA. This second entry short, this is a good move. You get that tick lower right here, and then a fairly good signal bar. And it's off the EMA and the trend line, so you should take that. So let's look at where prices bounce though. Do you see this close from, maybe that's Friday? Okay, look at how perfect that lines up. First bounce right here is to the tick. And then this is the opening from Friday. That's almost to the tick. It might be to the tick. I can't really see. So that is market geometry. You guys got to look at that stuff. I didn't measure. Let's measure this and see how accurate that is, because this looks like it's larger. That's a larger move. Yeah, that's a larger move. But yeah, so these are the things you got to be looking at, and that's why these BP Mack indicators are so helpful. But anyway, we get this big leg up. Get this big leg up. Prices bounce. We don't know that, but that's part of the channel at that point. Let me make this bigger. Okay, so this congestive area forms after a move up. So anything lower is a counter trend break. You know, I didn't mark this right here, maybe just because at that point you wouldn't know that this is the level of support. But actually, look at these closes right here. I think I would have marked that as the level of support. So if you take this back into congestion, that's not a bad idea. It's a first, second, third entry long, but I mean, it works. So anyway, it breaks out. Once that happens, you want to measure. So that's the next area of resistance we're looking at, and that proves to be true. Market geometry. Prices break out, go to there, they test that, don't break through, so they come back down. And then this just looks like it'd be going into the midline of these two areas, price levels, so I wouldn't take that. But if you're being more aggressive, you might want to. So anyway, prices break out, and then they break out of this level. So you just measure it again. Look at that. So prices don't hold there this time. Oh, okay, we have failed second entry short. Look, big move up, first entry, second entry, great signal bar. It's also like a breakout pullback because you break above this price level. Getting nice moves here. Move up, kind of like a breakout pullback here. No signal bar, no good setup. They hit the overnight lows, bounce, you get rejection. So this is a double test, and it's a double test, and it's back into this area. So why, I'm trying to remember why I didn't mark this as a trade. I think yeah, just because I didn't have this price level marked. I think that's the only reason. But I put a square there. Let's see. It's like a first entry, second entry, third entry. I think that's the only reason I didn't mark it. So if you want to go long here, it might be aggressive because this is like trending down, but it's hard to say. I didn't have this green channel drawn by then. I think I had the green channel drawn once it came here. But I like these moves. You know, we had a large move down today, so this is the lower overnight lows, and drawing this level, this area of resistance off these two highs. I like that signal bar. It's aggressive because it's just like a first entry. It's not anything. It's not a second entry. Nothing. Same here. This is not like a first entry or second entry, but it's off the level of resistance. You know, this actually might be a little too aggressive just because you don't know that prices are going down here, because this did turn out to be a level of support down here. So if you have that and you take this trade thinking that it's going down there, that makes sense. But in between these two price levels, that looks like it's going into a midline. But anyway, prices bounce on the bottom of the channel. This I do like this. So if you took this, thinking that it's a higher low off of this trend line, that makes sense to me. Big move up over the overnight lows. Price just chopping around a little. I would like this because it's back into congestive area. If you see that, this is like congestion up here, basically to the top of this. So I do like that. It's also a first, second entry. You could look at it as a second entry, even though the high is just a matching high here. First entry, second entry. And right now prices have been bouncing around in between this price level and the opening. There might be some moves in here, like you might take this, but people are getting chopped up left and right here. You can guarantee that. And prices might bounce at this trend line. But that's what I saw for today. You know, keep in mind what I said about where this bounced, where prices bounced down here. You know, everyone's freaking out and selling their stuff. Well, if you sell all the way down here, you just sold at the bottom of the day. So you want to take a look at where prices at key price levels. You always want to look at those. Okay, so that's what I saw today. Hopefully, I've been more busy lately, so hopefully I'll be able to make another video soon, but I know I've been spotty with these videos. Hopefully I can continue the rest of the week like this. So have a good day, everyone.